We really enjoy the taste of the Italian Olive Garden salad dressing, so why not add it to chicken? Today I am using my crock pot and I'm adding in a can of cream of mushroom soup. You can use cream of chicken. As I always say, choose a low sodium soup. Adding in the star of the show, and that is 1 cup of Italian Olive Garden dressing. This adds most of the flavor and tang to this dish. It's so good. You can add as much as you want, but just beware that the more that you add, the saltier it will be. Adding in a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon each of garlic powder and parsley, and a 1/4 cup of parmesan cheese. Giving that a good stir to combine. These are 2 very large boneless, skinless chicken breasts and are about 2 pounds. Snuggling the chicken in the sauce, covering and cooking on high for 3 hours or on the low setting for 5 to 6 hours. You want the chicken to be pull-apart tender. It's been 3 hours and the chicken is done, and you can shred the chicken right in the crock pot or remove and shred. Keep the pieces a little chunky, as the chicken will continue to fall apart as you stir. The sauce smells wonderful, and we are about ready to make this Olive Garden chicken dish rich and creamy. This is where the dish comes together and gets exciting. Adding the chicken back into the crock pot and giving it a stir to combine. To give it a little color and pop, I'm adding in 1 cup of frozen peas. For the creaminess, I have 1 block of cubed cream cheese. The cheese adds a lot of richness, flavor, and is the glue that holds everything together. I think adding the cream cheese at the end results in more creaminess versus adding it before cooking the chicken. And finally, another 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. Giving that a good stir, covering, and cooking on high for about 15 minutes or until the cheese is melted. I have about 3 cups of cooked penne pasta, and you can use the pasta that you like. Giving that a stir, and we are ready to eat. You could even throw in a handful of fresh chopped parsley or basil. If the mixture is too thick, you can thin it out with a little leftover pasta water. The tangy Italian Olive Garden dressing shines through, and the rich creaminess is so comforting. This Olive Garden crock-pot chicken dinner is so easy, and your family will love it. I hope you give this Italian Olive Garden crock-pot chicken pasta recipe a try, and enjoy. This Egyptian baked macaroni casserole was very similar to a lasagna or Greek pasticcio or moussaka. It is generally layers of pasta, meat sauce, and cheese. I'm starting with the meat sauce. In my skillet on medium heat, I added a couple tablespoons of oil and 1 medium diced onion. Cooking and stirring for about a minute, and then I'm adding in 4 cloves of minced garlic. We are flavoring a lot of meat and pasta, so we want a good amount of garlic. Cooking and stirring for about 30 seconds, and then I'm adding in my ground beef. I have about a pound of lean ground beef that I'm cooking, chopping, and stirring for about 5 minutes or until no longer pink. If you need to, you can drain off any excess fat. Now for some seasonings. I have about a 1/4 teaspoon each of salt and black pepper. Here I have a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon and about 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg, and these combined are really going to give this dish a distinct flavor. A 1/4 teaspoon of thyme, and 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Giving that a good stir to combine, cooking and stirring constantly for about 1 minute. Here I have 1 3/4 cups of tomato sauce that I'm adding in a little at a time, stirring and bringing this up to a simmer and cooking for 2 to 3 minutes so the flavors all combine. This smells so good. At the end, I will turn off my heat and add in a handful of fresh parsley, stir to combine, and then set to the side. Just a reminder that I will leave the recipe and the list of ingredients for this Egyptian macaroni bechamel casserole below this video. Also remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video recipe, and click the bell to make sure you receive notification of all my future video recipes. This is 1 pound of penne pasta that I'm cooking about a minute shy of being al dente. And now for the bechamel sauce. I have 5 tablespoons of butter and 4 tablespoons of flour. On medium heat, I'm melting the butter and then cooking and stirring for about a minute or two. I'm slowly adding in 4 cups of whole milk, cooking and stirring well in between. You will see the sauce thicken. I'm keeping my heat at a medium to medium high. You don't want this to come to a full boil. You just want the sauce to thicken. For the seasonings, I'm adding in a pinch of salt and 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, giving that a good stir and removing from the heat. I have 1 egg that I'm going to temper and add into the sauce. I'm whisking the egg while I'm adding in 3 to 4 tablespoons of the hot sauce. Keep whisking and the egg and the sauce will incorporate. Don't stop whisking because you don't want the egg to cook. Then pour the egg sauce mixture back into the pan and continue stirring until mixed thoroughly. The egg will help keep the sauce firm and give the top a nice color. I like to add a little cheese. This is 4 ounces of grated Monterey Jack, and I also have some Parmesan cheese, giving that a good stir until all the cheese is melted. I'm adding about 1/3 of the sauce to the pasta and mixing well. This will help flavor the pasta and keep it moist. We are ready to assemble the casserole. I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. First, I'm adding in a ladle full of the sauce to the bottom of my baking dish so nothing sticks. About half of my pasta is leveled out on the bottom, and just give it a gentle tamping. A little sprinkle of cheese and a ladle full of bechamel sauce. All of the seasoned meat is leveled out in the middle. And another layer of grated cheese. This is the rest of the pasta. Again, just leveling and tamping. And finally, this is the rest of the bechamel sauce, pouring over the top and gently leveling. This is going into a preheated 400 degree Fahrenheit oven for 35 to 40 minutes or until the casserole is heated through and bubbly and golden on top. The smell is just amazing. Let the casserole rest for at least 15 minutes before cutting and serving. Everything is extremely hot. You can see the layers of the pasta and meat and bechamel sauce on top. You can taste the garlic and thyme, and in the background, the hints of the cinnamon and nutmeg. The creamy bechamel sauce is absolutely delicious and takes this casserole over the top. I hope you give this Egyptian macaroni bechamel casserole recipe a try and enjoy. This Caprese pasta recipe is one of my go-to quick meals. You can use spaghetti, linguine, or fettuccine. I'm cooking the pasta according to the package instructions, and that is usually around 8 to 9 minutes, and that will give me enough time to get the sauce ready. In my pan on medium heat, I'm adding in about 2 tablespoons of good extra virgin olive oil. The oil will help flavor the pasta, so pick a good quality brand. Also adding in 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Letting that melt, and then I'm adding in 1 cup of finely diced onion, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, and a pinch of salt. Cooking and stirring for 3 to 4 minutes or until the onions start to break down. This is 4 large ripe plum tomatoes, or about 1 1/2 cups. These tomatoes will cook down and help form a nice rich sauce, sprinkling with a little more salt and black pepper. I have 4 to 5 sprigs of fresh thyme and 3 sprigs of fresh oregano. If you don't have fresh herbs, you can use a 1/4 teaspoon of dried spices of each. Cooking and stirring and letting that simmer for 5 to 7 minutes or until the tomatoes cook down. The pasta is ready, and I'm adding it right into the pan. Here's what I love: a good handful of fresh basil, or about 1 cup. The more the merrier. Adding a quick drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, about a 1/4 cup of grated parmesan cheese, or whatever cheese you like, and about a 1/4 cup of the pasta water. The cheese and pasta water will help bring everything together, giving everything a good toss. Once everything is well combined, I'm adding in 8 ounces of small fresh mozzarella cheese balls, turning off the heat, and one last toss. You can cut the cheese balls in half, but I just leave them whole. With a few good quality ingredients, you can make an impressive, quick, and delicious meal. Serve with a side salad and a glass of wine if you wish, and you have a fantastic meal. I hope you give this Caprese pasta recipe a try and enjoy. If you like this video recipe, please hit the like and subscribe button. Remember to hit the bell next to the subscribe to make sure that you get my future video recipes. You can also find me on Facebook and at my website. Feel free to share this recipe and my channel with your friends and family. And until next time, much love!